So as always, we'll be breathing in and out through our noses during the practice. This is great for sending oxygen to the muscles as well into the brain. Just sends a lot more as opposed to breathing through your mouth. Breathing through your mouth can also dehydrate you a bit. So if you can remember just to take those long, slow, big breaths in and out through your nose, that's going to keep you calm. It's going to keep you steady in your practice today. So in our practices, I want you just to propose a question to yourself this morning. That question is, why do I practice? Why am I here on my mat this morning? Oftentimes we look outside and we see handstands and people putting their feet around their head, and that looks really awesome. But it's all in the process. So just thinking a little bit beyond that. Practice for me is more of an evolution and showing up every day, getting to connect with my bodies. So again, in your practice today, just staying grounded, staying focused with your body, whatever that capacity is, deciding how much you are going to push in your practice, how much you're going to back off, and we're going to try and get you guys into that nice meditative flow so you don't need to think too much about it. All right, so you can bring yourselves up onto your bums and then just sweep your legs around. We're going to start this morning's practice on our back. Start by drawing your right knee into your chest, lengthening your left leg out onto the mat. You can lift your head and your chest up, interlace your fingers, pulling just below the knee. You can draw your knee into your chest, maybe squeeze your forehead to your knee and bring your head down to the ground. Allow your right knee to slide outwards, so past your right rib cage, pulling it down towards your right armpit. Maybe feeling a little bit tight in the thighs, maybe a little bit of a hip pinch. Just working around that, maybe go a little bit wider, bringing it in slightly. Your feet are nice and soft and relaxed, light squeeze in the lower belly. Start to make circles with the right knee, opening the right knee up, press the knee forward, drag it across the midline over to the left side, pull it back to the center of your chest and back over to the right armpit. Keep circling it outwards, push your knee forward, over the midline, to your chest, back to the armpit, just moving through a few more rounds. Trying to get that nice side stretch opening into the inside of the groin too. Nice slow big breath, sending those breaths down into your belly. And then just sliding the left sole of the foot onto the floor. Place your right ankle above your left knee. Draw your left knee into your chest. Take your right hand through that gap that you've created. The left hand can you can either hold behind the left knee or above, more towards the shin. And then again, lift your head and your chest up. Sorry, it's going to be funny this morning, I think. Lift your head and your chest up. That's it. Try to squeeze your forehead towards your ankle. Pull your knee closer in towards you and then place your head down to the ground. You can actively press your right knee away from you. This time you can flex both feet, keeping them active. At any point, if you just want to roll a bit through the ankles, maybe just getting rid of a bit of tightness, a few clicks here and there. Nice, slow, easy breaths. Place the left sole of the foot down onto the ground. Draw your right knee towards your chest, holding onto the back of your calf. You can interlace your fingers if that helps with the grip. You're going to just make a few rotations with the right ankle now. So as you go inwards, the right toe, big toe, drops to the ground and the pinky toe points up to the sky. You can feel that nice stretch on the outside line of your leg. Sometimes actually feels a little bit tight, a little bit uncomfortable. Lifting your head and your chest back up again. Maybe slide your hands a little bit higher this time. Start to draw your leg back towards you, just a little bit. Bring your head back down to the floor. Good, bending back into your right knee. Slide your left leg flat onto the mat. Left hand grabs hold of the outside of the right knee. Drag it across the midline. Open your right arm up to the side. And gaze back to your right arm. Giving your spine a twist. Starting to warm up the muscles around your spine. Maybe a little pinch or a little bit of a stretch in your bum. Try to push your top hip, your top butt away from you so that you're not crunching in the lower back. Push it down and away from you. Rather keeping the right shoulder on the floor opposed to the right knee. Pull your belly in and draw that right knee back into your chest. Give it one last little squeeze, and then you can straighten out or place the right sole of the foot onto the floor. Draw your left knee into your chest, and then you can straighten out the right leg. Draw that left knee towards your left armpit. Nice, maybe wiggling a bit from side to side. And then starting to make big circles, opening the knee out to the side. Drag it through the midline, back to your chest, out to the side. Keep going from side to side. Try to keep your hips a little bit steady by squeezing into your lower belly, almost like you're trying to push your lower back to the floor, so that when you're rolling the knee and the hip, you're not rolling from side to side. It's just the knee and the socket rolling, the leg rolling around in the socket. And you can feel maybe there's some like tight tendons that you can feel a bit of fascia. Maybe you can even feel the tightness. And then sliding your right knee up, left ankle above the right knee. Draw your right knee into your chest, holding behind the knee or onto the shin. You can lift your head in your chest, pull yourself into a small ball as you drag your right knee back, lowering your head back down to the floor. You might even notice that you feel a little bit tighter or maybe a little bit more open on one side. Trying to push the left knee away from you, flexing into both feet. And placing your right sole of your foot down to the ground. Hold into the back of your left calf. If that's a bit high, you can also hold onto the back, the belly of the left leg behind the thigh on the hamstring. A few easy rotations with the left ankle. Lift your head and your chest. Walk your hands up a little bit higher. Draw your leg back towards you, and when you're ready, you can place your head back down again. Draw your left knee back into your chest. Slide your right leg out. Right hand onto the outside of the left knee. Drag your left knee across the midline. Just making noise. Left arm reaches out to the side, and you're going to gaze back towards your left hand, keeping the left shoulder down on the ground. Try to relax the entire body. Try to search for a little bit of unnecessary built-up tension around your jaw. Maybe in your feet, in between your toes. Try to just surrender, relax, dissolving any of the tension. As I've just taken the mic off, just make sure that your volume is turned up. And if we get back on, I'll put it back on again, or back up on you. All right, draw your left knee into your chest. Give it a nice big squeeze. You're going to slide the right knee up to meet the left knee. Bring both elbows onto the insides of your knees. Grab with your hands onto the outsides of your ankles or your feet. Pulling your knees down towards your armpits. Try to lengthen and straighten, pressing, making an imprint with your spine into the mat. And then using the strength of your arms, start to draw your knees down towards your armpits. Gently rocking yourself from side to side. Maybe every time you rock, going a little bit further towards one side, a little bit lower, using the strength of your belly to pull yourself back up again. Just taking a moment here to massage your body, massaging your back into your hips. And then coming back to center line, you're going to straighten out one leg just as much as you can and straighten it all the way. Bending it back in again. Opposite leg presses up to the sky. Bending it back in again. And in your own time, just straightening and bending. You can still rock if you want to. All right, bringing your hands behind your knees. You're going to start to gently rock yourself backwards and forwards. Take your feet, every time you go backwards, take your feet a little bit further back behind you. Two more. The last one, you can just come sit onto your bums. Okay, once you're on your bum, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together, making a nice big space from your heel to your groin, holding onto your ankles. Start to lightly press the knees down to the ground, lift up through your chest. Now feel as if you're pulling your bum forward towards your ankles. Roll your shoulders back, lift up high, big breath in, pull the belly back, and as you breathe out, start to fold forward. You can use your elbows to press your knees down. At the last moment, you can drop your forehead down towards your toes. You're welcome to move your head from side to side here. Maybe flapping the knees a bit if that feels good to you. Taking 4 deep belly breaths here. And slowly rolling yourselves back up again. All right, let's come around onto our all fours. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, and we're curling the toes in underneath. Press through your hands, round your back, dome your back, chin to chest. Push your bum forward, look to your belly button. Lower your belly, push your bum back, lift your chest, lift your gaze forward. Big breath in. As you breathe out, push your bum forward, chin to chest, gaze down. Lower your belly, breathe in, look forward. Push your bum forward, roll up your spine, chin to your chest. Now push through your toes as you lift up a little bit higher and lift your knees a few centimeters off the mat. Keep pushing through your hands. Send your bum back towards your heels. Keep your knees floating. Pull yourself back forward. Keep the knees floating. Sink the bum back to the heels. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, knees float. Push your bum back to your heels. Come forward, step back into your high plank position. Okay, from your high plank, you're going to press up through your hands. Push your heels back behind you. Keep your hips in line with your shoulders. Lift your hips up to the sky, coming into your first down dog. Paddle your dog, bending one knee, bending into the other. Moving your hips from side to side. Shifting weight from one hand to the other hand. And then what often happens here is when we lift our hips up, our hands start to peel off the ground. So really pushing down through your hands, gripping into your hands. And then coming down onto your knees, sit back, take a little breather. Maybe just interlace the hands here, rolling through the wrists. So if your wrists feel a little bit tired, you're always welcome to do things on your forearms, like a down dog would be forearms, and an up dog would be hips down on the forearms, and then you'll just climb back up again into down dog. So while we're here, I'll demo two variations for today's vinyasa. So the first option is the recommended option. It builds a lot of strength. From your downwards facing dog, you'll come and put your knees down onto the ground. You release the backs of the feet. Lean your weight slightly forward. Push your bum back. Bend your elbows, slide them down your ribcage, chin and chest come to the floor. Pull yourself through, lie flat on your belly. Get your forehead to go down to the ground. So make sure you go all the way down. Squeeze your elbows in, push through your hands. Roll your shoulders back, and it doesn't even have to be that high. Lower back down to the floor. Press up onto your knees and curl your toes under, sink your bum to your heels, your forehead down. Guys, if you've been practicing and you have any different way of practicing your vinyasa, go for it. I will demo one more option. So if you guys want to start warming up, you can start to run through 3 vinyasa rounds in your own time. I will redo the first option. So if you kind of missed that and you feel a little bit lost, I'll redo the one option. And then for those that want to try something else and you feel like you're ready and you're there with your practice, so just consider where you're at. You can maybe try the second option. So that first one, knees down, release the backs of the feet, lean forward, chin and chest come down to the floor. And important, the elbows squeeze in, come down flat, nose touches the ground, push through your hands, squeeze your bum, your belly, gaze forward, lower down, push up onto your knees, curl your toes under, bum to the heels, forehead down, bum lifts back up again. So if you did miss that, there's that option. Second option, high plank, shoulders over wrist, bend the elbows, hovering halfway, untuck the feet at the back, push through your arms, your hips and your legs will hover off the ground. Okay, running through one more round. If you finished your 3 rounds, you can stay and breathe in your downwards facing dog, looking up to your belly button. Otherwise, just trying that knees, chin and chest option. So try not to get the hips down and then roll down. Try to get the chest and the chin and then the belly down. You can start to skip out on the vinyasas and just lift back up into down dog during the practice if it becomes, if you feel like you just need a bit of a break. And you can always come back to child's pose. All right, we're about to start with our flow. So everyone can meet me in your downwards facing dog. From your down dog, you're going to really push down into your heels and really claw into the mat. Lift your right leg up behind you. Turn that back pinky toe down. So you want to drop the right hip in line with the left hip. Bend your bottom knee as much as you need to. Draw your right knee into your chest. Come high onto the back toes. Look in between your hands. Step your right foot forward. Drop the back knee to the floor. Climb with your hands up onto your right thigh. Find your balance here. Option to keep the toe curled under, I would suggest. If If you want to try something different today, keep the back of the foot down. From wherever you are with the toes curled under, you will straighten the back leg, or if the foot is flat, also just lifting the knee off the ground. Finding a steady breath. Wherever you are, bring the back knee down to the floor, release your hands to the ground. Step back into your high plank. Take your vinyasa option. I'll demo option 1. Knees, chin and chest to the ground. Slide through, big breath, and as you open your chest, lean back, cobra or up dog. You're going to push yourself all the way back into your downwards facing dog. Left leg reaches high. You want to keep that left hip down a bit. Straight back leg, push yourself back as if you want to push your chest back to your bottom thigh. Draw your left knee into your chest. High onto the back foot, step your left foot forward. If you step a little bit short, hand around the ankle and bring it forward. Drop the back knee, either stay with the back toe, hands onto the thigh, or release the back foot. Option 1, straightening out the back leg. Option 2, on the back of the foot, straightening out the back leg. Wherever you are, just leaning a little bit backwards, squeezing into your butt, pulling this left hip back slightly. Drop the knee, hands come down to the floor, step back into your high plank. Breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, lower down. Squeeze your elbows in. As you breathe in, lift your chest up. Chin to chest, roll back into your child's pose, lifting your hips back up into your down dog. Right leg reaches high. Pull the heel in, open your right knee up to the side, as if you want to pull your right heel and touch your left butt. Lift high onto your left toes. Draw your knee into your chest. Push through your hands, dome your back, step your foot forward in between your hands. Find your balance. As you breathe in, chin to chest, let your arms dangle. We're going to roll up one vertebra at a time. Bringing your arms out into cactus arms. Nice and high onto the back ball of the foot. Sink a little bit lower into your front knee. You're going to push the left hip forward. Open up your chest. If you want, you can take a mini back bend here. Pull your belly in, bring your hands back down to the floor. Step back into your high plank. Breathe in, breathe out to lower down. Breathe in, take a mini back bend. And meet me back in your downwards facing dog. Left leg reaches high, bend the knee, open the hip up. Draw the left knee into your chest, step it up and in between your hands. Chin to chest, keep the body heavy, roll with a rounded spine up to a flat back. Bring your arms out into cactus. Back leg is straight, high onto the ball of the foot, bend into that front knee. Push the right hip forward and pull the left hip back a little bit. Maybe stay here or take a mini bend back. Push your ribs down, bring your hands to the floor. Breathe in, step back, high plank. Breathe out to lower down. Squeeze those elbows in. Breathe in. Roll the shoulders behind you, back away from your ears. Push back, meeting me in your downwards facing dog. Right leg reaches high, the knee bends, the hips open. This is called our three-legged down dog. Step your right foot forward, more to the inside next to the right hand. Bending the front knee, chin to chest, roll yourself up. Open your arms into cactus arms. Spin your back heel down onto the mat and twist your shoulders and your chest forward. Take your left elbow underneath your right. Bring your palms together or maybe the backs of your hands. Sink low into your front knee. Keep tilting, keep almost turning a little bit back so that you can look over your back shoulder. Sink a little bit more into that front knee. Now turning your chest and your shoulders forward. Breathe in as you bend back just a bit. Pull yourself back up again. Unwind the hands. Place them to the floor. Step back into your high plank. Lower down to the ground. Like you're rolling a stone with your nose, push your nose forward, lengthen and lift your chest up. Chin to chest, meeting me back in your down dog. Left leg reaches high, three-legged split dog. Left foot comes and steps onto the inside of the left hand. Chin to chest as you roll yourself up. Opening into cactus arms. Spin the back heel down, opening into your warrior two. This time take the back hand, cross it over the front. You get those eagle arms again. Right. Try to push your elbows away from you. So try to push those elbows away from you. Now turn your body to your front leg, your upper body. Lean slightly backwards, bending into the front knee. Come up. Frame your front foot. Step back into your high plank. Lower down. Lift your chest up. Pull your hips back into your downwards facing dog. Right leg reaches high, split dog. Right foot steps forward onto the inside of the right hand. Chin to chest, roll yourself up. Cactus arm, spin the back heel down, bending into your front knee. Back arm comes forward, front elbow, crossing the forearms. Maybe palms touch, bending into your front knee. Push your elbows away from you, doming into your upper back. Turn your chest and your shoulders forward. Make sure there's a little bend in your back knee for protection. Lean back, reverse your warrior. Open your arms up into warrior two. Straighten your front leg out, hop your back foot in. Maybe you just heel toe it. Turn your thumbs up to the roof. Little bend in both knees, very, very, very minute. Push your hips back. Reach your right hand forward, grab hold of your right shin. Left arm reaches high, bending the top elbow. Wrap it around your back. Try to reach and hold onto your front thigh, or maybe just rest your hand onto your lower back. Try to roll the top shoulder open a little bit more. Great, maybe you can slide your bottom hand down towards the ankle. Just take it easy. Push your bum forward, draw your belly in. Nice side stretch, just notice what you feel here. Steady your breath to steady your mind. And slowly come back up again. You can hop that back foot or heel toe just a little bit more in. You're going to turn your hips and your shoulders forward. And you've got to turn that back foot in a little bit to face to the front left corner of your mat so that we can have our hips and our shoulders point forward. Okay, you can use your right hand on your right hip and your left hand onto your left hip. So you pull the right hip back and push the left hip forward. Reach your left arm out in front of you. Reach it forward, 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 fold, push your bum forward, squeeze in your lower belly. Take your left hand either onto your shin or onto the outside of your foot, of that right foot. If you have a block, you can put your hand on a block. Right arm reaches forward, circles up, forward, up to the roof so that your hand and your shoulder is in one line. Keep twisting through your belly. And if you can turn your gaze up to that top hand. I know it is quite a deep posture. Stay with it, back out a little bit. Try to keep your balance. So the main focus is to keep your balance here. You can take that right hand back down and just slide yourself, just chin to chest, roll yourself back up onto your feet. Right. Bring your hands down to the ground. Take your chin to your chest. And just for balance, this class today is a lot about balance. So try to monkey grip with your feet into the mat. Chin to chest. Push your hips forward, slowly roll yourself up halfway. And then open your chest, look forward, dive back down again. Chin to chest, rolling up about halfway. Opening your chest, pull your shoulders back, reach and dive forward. Folding over your right thigh. One more, rolling up. Reaching your chest forward, either hands on blocks, holding onto your leg for support. Otherwise, we're going to fold, trying to get our forehead towards our shin. Okay, bending into your front knee. Get your hands down. You're going to hop the back foot behind you. Left hand is onto the inside of the right foot. Take your right arm up to the sky, easy twist. Take that top arm, wrap it around your lower back. Open your shoulder. Bring your right hand back down to the floor. Step back into your high plank. Lower down. Breathe in, lift your chest up, shoulders back. They're giving each other a hug. Chin to chest. Let's go back into our down dog. Left leg's going to reach high. Step your left foot forward in between your hands. Chin to chest, roll yourself up. Cactus arms. Spin your back heel down, opening up. Bending into your front knee. Take your back arm, cross it forward. Your front elbow goes over. Wrap your hands around. Back of the hands or palms. And you might notice your elbows drop to your chest, so lift them up and push them forward. Bend a bit more into the front knee. Bend slightly into your back knee. Twist your shoulders forward as much as you can. Lift your arms as high as you can. Squeeze your lower belly. Start to bend back as if you're going over a big beach ball. Pull yourself back up. Release the bind. Open your arms up. Straighten your front leg. Heel toe will hop the back foot in. Turn your thumbs up to the sky. Push your bum back. Reach forward. Left hand to the left shin. Right arm reaches high. Use that top hand as a lever to pull you back. Bend the elbow. Wrap it around your lower back. Holding the back of the hand on the lower back. Or you can even use this free hand to pull the back hand forward. Maybe you can hold onto the front thigh. Just gazing wherever feels natural and where you can hold your balance. Maybe sliding that bottom hand down a bit more. Trying to not collapse the top hip forward, but trying to open, almost pushing your bottom hip forward a bit. The rib cage might flare. You want to push them down, squeezing your belly nice and strong. Great. Bend that front knee, slide yourself up. Good. Maybe hop that back foot in a little bit more. This time, aiming the back foot again to that front corner of your mat. Push your hips forward. Right arm reaches. Reach forward, 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 flat back. Keep drawing your belly back. Squeeze your rib cage down. Reach, reach, reach. Twist over towards your left side. Right hand onto the shin, onto the outside of the left foot. Left arm reaches high. I want you to take 4 slow belly breaths here. 1. Maybe wrap that top arm if you like. 2. 3. Push the right hip forward. And 5. Bring the hand down to the ground. Chin to your chest. Ground through your feet. Grip. Squeeze your bum, especially the left butt squeezes. Slowly roll yourself up halfway. Ripple. So push your chest forward. Allow your belly to drape over your front thigh, then your chest, then your forehead comes down. Chin to chest, roll up just as high as you can go. Then look up, push your chest forward, drape your belly, your chest, your forehead. And rolling yourself back up again. Lifting your chest. You can take one more roll, or if you're ready, you can just fold forward and stay here. Again, if you need support, put your hand on your thigh, maybe on blocks. For the rest, you can just stick your chin or your forehead to your shin. Gaze up to your front big toe. You're going to step your back foot further back behind you. Right hand onto the inside of the left foot. Left arm spins up to the sky. Take your bind, wrapping your arm around your lower back. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Be nice and light on your right hand. Bring your left hand down to the floor. Step back into your high plank. Big breath in, roll forward. As you breathe out, lower down. Breathe in to lift your chest up. And breathe out to pull the hips back into your down dog. You can come down onto your knees. If you would like to run yourself through one more round, take a little bit of a free flow. Get your music high. Take another round. If you're ready to join me, take a little child's pose. Let your heart rate come down. Maybe have some water. Almost there, taking your last few breaths. Allowing your body to melt, or maybe just finishing off your vinyasa. Okay, then we'll all meet each other back in a downwards facing dog. So hands down, hips up. And you have three options. You can walk your feet forward towards your hands. You can step 1, 2, or you can take a little hop. Okay, so whichever option you're going for, that's cool. And then heel toe your feet. Get your feet about hip distance apart. You can measure it with 2 fists in between your feet. Hold onto your ankles, or maybe a little bit higher onto your calves. Straighten your back out. Almost lean forward so the weight rocks forward into your feet, to your toes rather. And then a little bit back into your heels. Rock forward into your toes. Little bit back into your heels. Squeeze your lower belly in. Reach forward, lengthen the back of your neck and your throat like a tortoise or a turtle trying to push his head through his shell. Leaning a little bit backwards. Good. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, bend those knees. Again, drape your belly forward over your thighs. You can fold and hold onto your elbows or your forearms. Gently shake your hips from side to side. Move your head, yes, no, yes, no. Shake your arms backwards and forwards. And then bring your hands down to the ground. Heel toe your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Place your right hand into the middle, into the center of your mat, maybe on the tips of the fingers or flat-handed. Reach your left arm forward. Circle it up to the sky. Twist your body. And you can see I'm a bit of a slant, so if I just lift my chest up and pull my bum in, opening up, and check in, maybe bend one knee, straightening it, bending the other knee. Just notice, if I bend into my right knee, I can lean a bit more back, and I have a big stretch in my hip space. If I bend the left knee, it feels more up into my side body. So just notice what that difference is for you. And then try to bend both knees equally or straighten both legs equally. Keep twisting. You can wrap your top on, grabbing that right thigh, and come back down. We'll do the same on the left side. Left hand comes down. Right arm reaches forward. Use your upper back muscles. Squeeze your upper back and your middle back. Circle your right arm up to the sky. Open, twist, almost as you're pulling with like a lead of that top arm back behind you. Bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg. bending the other. Take as much time as you need here. You don't have to follow my rhythm. Maybe wrap the top arm. And come back down again. Bending into your knees, you're going to squat nice and low. If your heels come off the floor, open your feet wider, get them down, maybe come up higher to get them on the floor. Maybe roll your mat and put them underneath your heels. Hands to heart center, elbows push the knees wide. Get a straight back. And if you leave your elbows, your knees should stay there. So engage your bum, pull your knees out using your butt. Lean your weight slightly backwards. Nice, guys. Hold it. Lift your bum up and push your bum forward like a dog pulling its tail in underneath. Good. Bring your hands down to the ground. Lift your hips up and shake your legs out. Take a nice, slow, easy breath. Sit your bum down. Climb your hands onto your thighs. Keep your arms straight. Twist your right shoulder to your left knee. Come through the center. Twist your left shoulder to your right knee. Come through the center. Really push that knee away from you. Right shoulder to the left knee. Twist your body as much as you can. Come through the center. The left arm stays straight. The right elbow bends. Try to touch that left elbow to the right knee, as well as push the left knee away from you. Twist, twist, twist. And then rotate your chest up, maybe even gaze up. Come through the center. Right shoulder, left knee. Gaze up, push the knee away. One more in your own time. Sink your bum back. Come back up to center, hands down, hips up, shake it out. Heel toe your feet back hip distance apart. Rise nice and high onto your toes, lift your heels off the ground. Push your knees forward. Nice, come higher onto your toes, see if you can tap your bum down to your heels. Pushing back up again. Maybe you don't go all the way down, that's fine. Bend the knees in, come down. Pushing the bum back up again. Come down. And we'll stay down, walking our hands out in front of us. Bring your knees down to the ground. If you have to make your way in any other creative way to this position, that's fine, you do that. Okay, you can keep the toes curled under. We'll rise and roll upwards. Look over your right shoulder. See if you can hold onto your right heel. If this is too far for you, just keep your hands behind your lower back with your fingertips pointing down. Left arm reaches out in front of you. Cuts through the horizon, around your head. Gazing up underneath your armpit. Maybe you can see the sun rise from there. Opening up your chest. Maybe there's just a stinky armpit. Come back through the right hand side. Pull yourself back up. Left hand to the left heel. Right arm cuts through the horizon. Lean slightly either sideways or drop the right shoulder back. Very important that you push your belly, pull your belly in and push your bum forward. You want to really keep the integrity, strong legs, strong belly supported back. Pull yourself back up to center. Guys that are having your hands behind your back, you just lean backwards. All right, we're going to do one more round. This time, you can hold with both hands onto your heels. Maybe you can go down onto your forearms if you like to progress. Maybe you just do another back bend like so, or do another one on the heels. When you're ready, you can just rest in child's pose position. And then I'll show one little transition for the morning. It's quite tricky, but it's just fun if anyone wants to try it. You can hold onto your heels, lying basically in a child's pose, holding your heels, your chin to your chest. And you roll up. Keep holding your heels, push your bum forward, and then come back into your that pose, into your camel pose. Okay, so the point is not to release the heels. I'll demo it one more time. Push your bum forward. Lean back. Okay, and then you come down the same way. Take child's pose if you want to rest. Take some water if you want to rest. Okay, then we'll do 3 options again for you guys to choose from here. The first one, if you have a very unstable neck or any spine issues, you're going to come onto your forearms, making an 11 shape. Step your feet back into a plank, walk your feet up, push your heels down, your bum up, and you're going to hold dolphin. Great for stabilization in the shoulders. You can hold it for about 5 to 10 breaths. Okay. Option 2, you guys might have done clown with me before, is your crown of your head comes down to the floor. Check that your hands are not next to your head. You want to slide them back behind your elbows, okay? Not next to the head, more likely more back than you think. The elbows hug in towards one another. And basically a down dog on your crown of your head. Right, so this is the option 2. Option 3, you can climb up with one knee, then the other. Maybe you climb up with both. Make sure that you're rolling a little bit onto your head first, just to see your neck feel supported. And then obviously you can lift up into full headstand if that's in your practice. If you want a little challenge, you can draw your knees back down. Open your knees, put them onto the back of your arms. Push through your fingertips, lean your butt back. Lift your head up into a crow pose. Then come back down again. Okay, so there's a lot of options that you guys can play with. If you need to use a wall, use a wall. Please don't go outside your ability to focus. Rather stay within it, stay humble, stay focused. Enjoy it. Don't take it seriously. Don't take it serious. Take it easy. Just try. Should be playful, but very safe. So just keep it safe. Okay, so either that forearm position, you can even lift a leg up from here. Maybe if you want to practice forearm stand, you can get your legs up. And when you've had enough, again, child's pose. Just noticing what your I would say reaction, that instant reaction is when you're trying new things. Maybe a little bit of frustration sometimes happens to me. Maybe it feels quite nice and playful, and you get excited to learn something new. It's just noticing how you're feeling. Maybe you're quite steady this morning. You've got yourself into a nice meditative practice. That's awesome. Okay, let's all meet back in our downwards facing dog. This time we're going to walk our hands to our feet, so we'll walk backwards on our mats. Once you're here, bend the knees, chin to chest, roll yourself up. Take a nice big breath in. Relax your shoulders, turn your palms forward as you breathe out. Close your eyes here for a second, noticing the natural sway of your body. Right, slowly opening your eyes up. We'll end this standing posture like we started in the beginning on our backs. Just going to shift weight onto your left foot. I'm just showing you over here. Nice bend in the left knee. Squeeze the left bum. You're going to float the right foot up. You're going to put the right ankle above the left knee. If that's a little bit much, you can stay on the right toes with the heel on the ankle or the whole foot on the calf. Okay, so get the ankle above the knee. It's almost like a pigeon in a standing position. Sink your bum back. You can reach your arms back behind you. Get your chest low. You get nice into that stretch. If you want to take it further, hands down, you can. I'm not going to completely explain the whole inversion, but if you do practice, you know you can come down with your hands, hook your foot, lift the back leg off the ground. Otherwise, guys, stay here with me and come back up again. Okay, we'll go over to the other side. Stabilize, squeeze belly, squeeze bum, float the leg, get the ankle above the knee, find your balance, sink down once you've got it, reach chest forward, arms back. If you took the arm balance on this side, take it on the other side. On the other side, take it on this side. Push your bum forward maybe a little bit. If you've got the foot on the ankle, that's cool, stay there, or on the calf. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath, and slowly bring yourself up and out of it. Give your legs a shake out. Rolling through those ankles. Okay. Right, standing on the back of your mat, stepping your right foot forward in front of you. Reaching your chest down, or out in front of you, coming onto the back tippy toe. Draw your left knee into your chest. Reach your hands, let them hang down, so you're balancing on that right leg. Draw the knee in, roll up a bit. Step as far back behind you. Reach your arms back. Either stay here or float the back leg up. You can try one more time to draw the left knee into the chest. Let your arms hang down. Come up standing a little bit. Then push the leg back behind you, reach the arms back. Step far back onto your mat, step your right foot back, give it a shake. Left leg comes forward, come onto your back tippy toe. Hinge over your hips, chest come forward. Just let your arms dangle. Lift your back toes, draw your right knee into your chest. Lift it up nice and high. Maybe roll yourself up a few centimeters. You can either step this foot down onto the ground or you can push it directly back, sweep your arms back into a warrior 3. Draw the knee back in, chin to chest, round your back, maybe roll up a bit. Push the foot back behind you, either on the ground. Draw the knee back into your chest, stay. Step your right foot, cross it over the front of your left foot. If you're still at the back, just hop it forward and bring it forward. Folding forward over your legs. You're going to push the right hip back, pull the left hip forward. Take your forehead down towards your shins. Come back up. Push into your right foot. Swing your left foot back and over the front of the right foot. Fold forward. Pull your belly button in to create more space, and then lean and dive into the space that you've created. Step your your right foot next to your left foot. Lower your bums down to the ground. Reach your legs out in front of you. Bend them. Get the heels on the ground. You can bend them as much as you need to hold with your index finger and your middle finger in between your big toe and your middle toe. And then you can walk your bum back or you can slide your heels forward. Open your elbows wide, breathe in. Lift your chest up. Breathe out, pull yourself forward. Get your forehead down. Taking a few slow, easy breaths. Wiggle about a bit if that's what you need. Gently rolling yourself back up again. Option to keep your legs straight or to put the soles of your feet on the floor. Reach your hands back behind you if you want to measure. If you put your hand next to your butt and you come down onto your elbow, there where your elbow is, that's where you want to put your hand. Fingers pointing forward or out to the side. Squeeze your legs together. If you've got the feet up, that's fine. The feet are hip distance apart. Pushing through your hands, lift your hips up wherever you are. If you've got straight legs, point the toes, hips up. If you've got bent knees, just pushing equally through your feet and your knees, lift your hips up. Those with straight legs, roll your ankle bones in. Bring your butt down to the floor. Just take one forward fold to rinse out your lower back. Stretching. And arms reach forward. Belly in. Slowly roll yourself down onto your backs. Grab a blanket if you need one. Doubt that it's warmed up a bit, but maybe put the lights off. Arms out, feet flop out to the side, and you can take a break or take your final position. So if you feel uncomfortable to lie like this, you can have the soles of the feet on the ground. All right, make sure you curl your tailbone under. Take your chin to your chest, lengthening the back of your neck, and close your eyes. Feel your entire body soften and relax. Your face completely soft and relaxed. Imagining a baby's face, completely soft and open, receptive, light, happy. Taking a few slow, deep breaths, filling your lungs all the way to the top, filling your belly all the way down into the pelvic floor of the lower belly. Gently stretching out your fingers, your toes, maybe sliding your arms up overhead. You can flop yourself over to your left or your right hand side. Using your hands, you can slowly press yourself up onto your sit bones. Resting your hands in your lap. Just taking a moment to contemplate, to acknowledge the things that we do have and everything that we can be grateful for. Maybe it's our animals, our homes, food that we have. And then drawing our hands into our heart center. Humbly lowering your chin down towards your chest. I thank you for showing up, and it's been an absolute pleasure teaching all of you. Thank you so much for allowing me to do that. I'll see you guys all very soon, maybe tomorrow morning for nurturing if you're keen. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your time. Thank you so much for sticking it out on your mat with me. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, everyone.
You have 3 appointments tomorrow in the morning.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Siri.
Thanks, Mish. That was great.
Nee, just bietjie. Goed om jou te sien.
Hoe gaan dit?
Goed self.
Toe die lockdown, man. Dis flippin' hectic.
Ja, is jy in die Kaap?
Ja, bro, dis befok.
Lekker. En dit lekker sunny daar sien ek.
It's great that julle live is. Yes, we'll keep on supporting as much as we can.
Yeah, thanks, man. This yeah, it was an interesting transition, maar so baie geleer en soos regtig moet myself net elke keer as ek so 'n bietjie die ebbs and flows kom en is 'n bietjie 'n downer dan moet mens jouself maar net remind like hoe positief dinge nog steeds is, jy weet.
Ja, en dis ook tiring. Dis 'n new adaptation. Maar ek dink die mense love it. Dis great dat ons nog steeds kan connect met die mense wat dit nodig het. So awesome.
Ja. Mens vergeet dit as jy so baie teach. Maar ja, paar nuwe teachers van volgende week of nie nuwe teachers nie, maar van die Hotpod crew wat opkom wat van die klasse gaan 'n bietjie instaan mee. So ja,
Okay,
dit groei.
This is actually the future, né? Maybe.
I think so.
Online.
Ek dink so. Ek love it. Ek love net nie dat ek kan travel nie.
It's captured now.
Ja, ek wil net gou reply, sê net pleasure. Oh, hulle kan my seker hoor. Plesier almal. Ek hoef seker nie te tik nie.
Maar thanks, it was great.
Plesier B. Ja, ons moet 'n bietjie opcatch in of ander tyd.
Ja, ek sal vir jou ek moet nog vir jou laat weet hoe dit was. Ek sal jou laat weet. I'll message you.
Cool, awesome. Lekker dag.
Dankie, selfde. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Dankie Misha, dit was lekker.
Plesier Dani.
Bietjie
Hoe voel
vroeg
jy?
maar lekker.
Bietjie vroeg. Vanoggend het ek
Ja.
self gewonder of die Saterdag nie maar 9:00 moet wees nie.
Ja, miskien.
Ja, want ons het so baie tyd. Ons hoef nie regtig op te staan vir iets vroeg nie.
Ja.
Thanks Tian. Waar staan sy nou? Is sy af? Moenie, sy's nog hier. Hey Tian, hierdie is my sussie en daai's Dan. Waar is my sussie? Ek dink sy het nou weggehardloop. Nee, Dan is weg. Sanai. Lyk my almal is uit. Cool, enjoy it. Ja, ek het ook gou dingetjies en so aan. Okay, lekker dag. Bye.